IAAPA is a month behind us, and Christmas is rapidly approaching, but we're not done talking about these new games yet. I'm going to break down my favorite games from IAAPA, my top 3 in 5 different categories, and my top 3 overall. And in the spirit of Christmas, I also have 9 honorable mentions, so let's jump in.
Number 9 is Jet Pong by Valley Dynamo. This is just a super fun take on beer pong. You can throw it, you can bounce it, you can do whatever you like, but this is the kind of game that I would totally play if I were hanging out with friends at a bar or a barcade kind of place, or even just consider buying one for my basement arcade space. This is just a really fun machine to have. Number 8 is Playbox by Playmind. This is a really fun game. There's a large version and a small version where you grab as many of these soft balls as you can and you throw them. The small one that they had on display here was on a game where you are throwing them at dinosaurs and other creatures from that era. And the larger one was set to a beach scene where you are throwing the balls at all kinds of stuff on the beach, from beach balls to different kinds of crabs and things like that. Just a lot of fun. This is a super entertaining game. Playbox. Number 7 is Planet Tickets by Coastal Amusement. What I really like about this claw is that it incorporates multiple different things in it. So you have the balls all shuffling at the bottom, which adds a level of difficulty and makes it more interesting. And then you get to drop the ball in a Plinko board, which is also super entertaining. So that is Planet Tickets. Number 6 is One Shot Wonder from Comuse. This game is just a lot of fun to kind of get dialed in on and learn how to play. And of course, that feeling when you hit that center hole and get that jackpot just can't be beat. One Shot Wonder. Number 5 is Skillfall Revolution from Sega. This game is a new and more colorful take on a game that's been around for a while, where you drop the little arrow to hit the clip to drop a prize. But this is so colorful and so fun. I like the way it moves. I like the way it reacts. This was fun to play. Skillfall Revolution. Coming in at number 4, we have Pac-Man Power Pellets from Bandai Namco. This game is so cute. It's dynamic. It's got the screen at the bottom that's showing what you've got going on, grabbing power-ups, things like that. But of course, you're getting to throw the balls into the little Pac-Man mouths. It's just so much fun. I would spend entirely too long playing this game. I really like it. Pac-Man Power Pellets. Coming in at number 3 is Bop It Multiplayer from Sega. I really love Bop It, and of course it's fun to have a challenge with your friends, so the fact that you guys can compete on this game is just super entertaining. But of course you can also play it alone, and testing your reflexes and speed is always fun. Bop It. Coming in at number 2 is Toilet Bowl Toss from Baytech. This game is hilarious. You are throwing little brown poopy balls into a toilet while the lids close and the hole to throw the balls in gets smaller and smaller. Yeah, it's toilet humor, but yeah, it is so much fun. It's hilarious. If you see this out and about, give it a play. That's Toilet Bowl Toss. And coming in at our number 1 honorable mention is Zombies Ready, Deady, Go from Sega. This is a new take on the ball rolling game. You're rolling the balls up your ramp into the holes. There's a little zombie at the back that chomps to give you that bonus if you're going to be able to get it. It's really hard to get, by the way. This game is super fun. It adds a competitive piece to it where you can play with 3 of your best friends to see who has the fastest zombie. Zombies Ready, Deady, Go. Now that we've made it through our honorable mentions, it's time to hit our 5 categories. These categories are coin pushers, non-claw instant redemption, throwing games, action games, claw machines, and then of course, finally, my top 3 overall. But before we hit that, I want to give some shout outs to some really awesome people. I got to meet Arcade Matt, I got to meet Winner Every Time, I got to meet Plush Time Wins, all awesome people. And I got to spend some time with Priya and Adam over at Schaefer Distributing, as well as Colby at LAI. So, super awesome people involved in this arcade community of ours. Check them out if you don't already check them out. And let's get back to playing. We're starting off with my top 3 coin pushers. Here we go. Number 3 is Tata Island from Bandai Namco. This game is an absolute ton of fun. You get to build the towers. The tower building, I think, is pretty well improved over the tower building in the Angry Birds Coin Crash game. It's a lot of fun, but it's in the number 3 spot because it is one of those games that becomes very expensive to play in the arcade. Coming in at number 2 is the Smurfs Coin Pusher from Elot. This coin pusher is really cute because it adds a little bit of extra gamification to the standard coin pusher by letting you win little Smurf figurines out of a gachapon type system. And of course, you can collect the adorable Smurf cards. So this game easily takes a number 2 spot in my coin pusher category. Coming in at number 1 is Dragon's Bane from LAI. This game has so much going on. It's so much fun. It's very dynamic. Something I like about it is that you are trying to get your coin into that loot hole, which encourages a slower play method, which of course is great for your pocketbook at the arcade. I really like that you can take your time with this one and play it carefully while enjoying all of the different games and mini games that are happening on the screen, as well as getting a chance to spin that wheel up top. This is just a really well-made coin pusher. This game is just super awesome, and it has taken my number 1 for coin pushers, Dragon's Bane. Our next category is non-claw instant redemption games. Coming in at number 3 is Sorcerer's Tone from Ace Amusement. This game is pretty. These little colorful cubes that you get to knock over the edge are just so beautiful and so fun. I love the way that it pushes the boxes out onto the play field for you to win. This game is just super fun. I can't really say that much else about it. It's beautiful and it's fun. Sorcerer's Tone. Coming in at number 2 in the instant redemption category is Over the Edge from Unis Technology. This game is a marble pusher where you can win prizes. What's better than that? It is so fun to watch these prizes fall over the edge. I like that you have a dropper on each side so you can choose exactly where you need to drop your marble. I like the spinning wheel aspect of getting the opportunity to drop additional prizes onto the playfield. This game is just really well made and really fun to play. Over the Edge coming in at number 2. My number 1 pick in the non-claw instant redemption category is Monster Warfare from Coast to Coast. I know this seems like a strange pick for this category, but to me, this game is easily addictive. If you're seeing that one of the sides of it is close to the point value for something that you want to redeem from this machine, you better believe you're going to sit here and you're going to poke all these little monsters in their tummies. I also really like the fact that there's a lot of options for customization on this game in terms of how the point values are set, as well as how many of the high value monsters are placed in the machine. So, really loving Monster Warfare from Coast to Coast, and it's taking my number 1 in the instant redemption category. The next category up is throwing games. Coming in at number 3 is Thunder Toss from Baytech. This larger-than-life football throwing game is so much fun. It really is like giant 2-minute drill. I'm gonna have to learn how to throw a football the right way to be able to play this game, because I am terrible at it, but it's still fun anyway, and I love the fact that it's really highly skill-based. You just have to learn to play. So that's why Thunder Toss is coming in at number 3 on my throwing games. Number 2 for throwing games is Tic-Shac-Toe from Andamiro. This game is just hilariously cute. This game has Shaq talking in the background, cheering you on, and helping you get that Tic-Shac-Toe. It's fun to play against the machine, but it's also fun to play against another person, and the rules differ based on which one of those you choose, so you can steal spots from each other in 2-player, And the nice thing about playing against the computer is the computer doesn't always get their shot perfect. They don't always win, which is nice. So that gives Tic-Shac-Toe an easy number 2 spot on my throwing games top 3. Coming in at number 1 for throwing games is Quick Toss from Jet Games. Another one that seems like a strange pick, but I have to say this game is very entertaining, easy to play, and anyone can play it. Kids are gonna love it, adults are gonna love it. It's got a bunch of different games in it for you to throw at monsters, to throw at bottles, to throw at targets or balloons, all kinds of different options. Super fun game to play. Multiple levels where it makes it harder by moving your targets and things like that. Really well made, really easy to play. Quick Toss coming in at number 1 on my throwing games category. Next up are action games. Coming in at number 3 is Bullseye Crackshot from Coastal Amusements. This game is excellent. If you like shooting games at all, you're gonna love this game. There are tons of different options for what kind of shooting you want to do, and you can really increase your hand-eye coordination and your accuracy by playing this game and getting good at it. To me, that makes this game so much fun. The gun that you're using in this game has nice weight, has nice movement, really well made. Bullseye Crackshot is getting the number 3 spot for action games on my list. Coming in at number 2 is Goats and Ropes from Baytech. This game is hilariously cute. You pull the rope to make your goat climb, but it's not that simple. You also have to find a way to hit left and right arrow buttons to move your goat out of the way of spikes and falling items. This game is a lot of fun. It's gonna be extra fun to challenge your friends and family too. Goats and Ropes coming in at number 2 on my action games list. Taking the number 1 spot for action games on my list is Moto Blitz DX from LAI. Usually these aren't the kinds of games that I play, but I gave it a try and I have to say I absolutely love this one. It is, in my book, the motorcycle equivalent of Cruisin' Blast. And you guys know how much I love Cruisin' Blast. Moto Blitz is hilarious. The bike moves with you. It feels very natural. There's even a little fan that blows some wind in your face, making you feel like you're really moving. And of course, it's super fun to pick out your rider and your car and just go out there and get cruising. This game is super fun. Moto Blitz DX taking the number 1 spot on my action games list. The 5th and final category before we get to our top 3 overall is the claw machine category. Let's jump in. Coming in at number 3 is the king-sized duck catcher from Coast to Coast. This thing is gigantic and the pond rotates while you're moving your claw to try to pick up a duck or a king-size duck. This claw is too much fun. It's colorful, it's entertaining, really like the king-size duck catcher, and it's taking that number 3 spot on my claw machine top 3. Coming in at number 2 is JJ Bot from Smart Industries. This claw is really cool, it's really cute, and it's very different. It's got a lot of interesting movement. You can put just about whatever you want inside this claw. It talks, it draws people in, it's got different facial expressions that show up on the screen. JJ Bot is just overall a lot of fun and super entertaining, taking the number 2 spot on my top 3 claw machines. Coming in at number 1 on my top 3 claw machines is the Carnival Cup Claw from Touch Magics. This claw is just very different. It's 2 games in 1, and I really like that you can increase your number of opportunities to play the claw machine by correctly guessing where the ball under the cup is for the Carnival Cup portion of the game. You can get 3 shots at the claw to get a plush prize. What is better than playing 2 games in 1? Giving Carnival Cup Claw the number 1 spot on my top 3 claw machines. Before we get to that moment you've all been waiting for the top 3 overall games from IAAPA, I wanted to give a quick mention of the 17th annual IAAPA Footprints from the Heart 5K Fun Run and 1 Mile Walk. I participated in this event this year and it was just so much fun to do. Yep, I showed up wearing a claw machine costume and I ran the entire race in it. This is just a really great way to give back to the community and to help children in need get some well-needed rest, relaxation, and entertainment along with their families. So if you're ever going to attend IAAPA, consider running or walking in this event. If you have guesses for what my top 3 overall games are, drop them in the comments now. On to my top 3 overall picks from IAAPA 2023.
Choosing my top 3 games from IAAPA 2023 was exceptionally difficult, but I tried to look at it from the perspective of, once I see these games out and about in the arcade, what are the 3 games that I'm going to spend the most time playing? So with that in mind, here come my top 3 games from IAAPA 2023.
Coming in at number 3 is Bullseye Crackshot. That's right, Coastal Amusements hit it big with this game with me. I want to improve my aim and I want to get really good at this game. That is Bullseye Crackshot, taking my number 3 overall best games from IAAPA 2023 spot. Coming in at number 2 is Monster Warfare from Coast to Coast. Again, this game, highly addictive for me. I just want to keep playing it. I want to keep poking the little monsters in their tummies and knocking them over until I can clear every single prize out of this machine. The mechanics of the game are so nice and simple, but the prize dropping mechanism is so cool. This is just a really neat game with a lot of options for the arcade that installs it. Monster Warfare. And finally, it is time to crown my number 1 most favorite game from IAAPA 2023, and that game is Dragon's Bane from LAI. This coin pusher is fantastic. It's colorful, it's bright, it has skill component to it, with making sure that you're getting your coin into that loot hole to maximize every shot that you take. Taking a deeper look at Dragon's Bane, this coin pusher has so much going on. It's awesome. Of course, you're shooting your coin into that loot bonus hole as often as possible as it moves side to side. You want to collect those loot bonuses and get more points. As you're getting those, you're also shooting a little cannon on the screen, which is giving you additional bonuses and tickets and all kinds of cool stuff. As you're knocking the balls down off of the playfield, those balls are collecting, and once you get 5, you get to spin that wheel at the top of the game, which is again super awesome and a chance for that mega bonus. There are mini games happening on the screen while you're playing that you can activate. One of my favorite ones is where you actually get to grab little loots out of a box, and they're all just like little vials. It's really funny. You move the hand around to grab these things. But Dragon's Bane is just a really well-made, really well thought out coin pusher. It even has a party time mode where your loot bucket stops moving side to side and you can just shoot directly into that loot bucket. And there's also an auto shot mode where it just goes crazy shooting for you. It's pretty wild. This game is a ton of fun. There are just so many components to this game. It is super awesome. It is super fun. It is very inviting. There's a lot happening. The artwork is great. Dragon's Bane is solidly taking my number 1 favorite overall from IAAPA 2023. Great hit from LAI, Dragon's Bane.
I hope you've enjoyed playing a ton of games from IAAPA with me over the last several weeks. It was so difficult to narrow this list down and end up with just a top 3. What are your top 3 favorites from IAAPA and why? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and I want to wish you and your family a safe and happy holiday season. Until next time, I'll see you at the arcade.